Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Mandem Read. Today we're joined by Alex Holmes, the author of It's Time to Read, Time to Talk, sorry. Jesus, Time to Talk. Rewind me back. It's Time to Talk, which is an amazing book which basically talks about how as men we need to talk more and engage in conversations that we find hard to have. I think, well, to be fair, I'm not talking about the book, but to get into it. So yeah, that's what Alex, you right, yeah?
Yeah, man, nice to meet you, man.
That's your one?
Big man. What's going on? Even though we shook and we've met before, might as well do it on cam.
Nah, pleasure to be here, man.
Yeah. What? How long did it take you to get down here anyway?
Probably around an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming from far.
It wasn't that bad a journey. There, but yeah, man.
Even Arsenal playing that didn't stop you from getting here.
Arsenal?
Arsenal, bro.
Huh?
Yeah,
Arsenal?
exactly, man. That score was terrible. I don't even know what the score was, but I could tell by everyone's face on the train, fam. Bad. What was the score, bro?
Anyway.
What was the score, bro?
We're talking about the book, yeah? So we're not here to talk about football. Forget all those little childish questions and stuff, yeah?
These childish games.
It's silly, isn't it? So, so Alex, you came from a little bit far, and thank you so much for making the journey to come
That's right.
and, chill with us and, and educate us, because you know what, yeah? Sometimes we might be some ignorant brothers, but this book helps us here, No. That's something we want to read, because we want to be educated and learn more things.
What I want to know, yeah, was it something that you went through that made you feel like...
Wait, pause. Let's run it back.
From what?
Okay, cool. So Alex, growing up, did you grow up in London?
This guy, bro.
No, we'll go run it back. I don't talk about the book right now, yeah.
Just to take it back to the roots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, go on.
Okay, cool.
So you grew up in...
The origin story.
Yeah.
The villain story.
Yeah, exactly. We need to know what made you...
Man put me on full pause, you know.
What made you thoughtful?
Summary.
What made me
Thoughtful.
thoughtful? That's an interesting way to question, I guess. Yeah, I grew up in Northwest London, and it was a good childhood.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It was just all did my thing, played sports, came back, went to uni, and
What uni did you go to?
Nottingham Trent.
Ooh, what's that like?
It's all right, man. I did languages. It
Ooh.
wasn't too bad.
What language do you speak?
What language?
It was French and Spanish.
All of you.
Sorry.
No, I did French. Yeah, man. Yeah, I did. I did French and Spanish there, and it was yeah, man. It was a great experience. Traveled a lot, did loads of different activities with regards to the degree and whatnot, and then I went into journalism after I taught abroad for a bit. When I came back, it's when I was doing my journalism and working in that. That's when I started to have particular experiences, mental health wise, and kind of.
I watched Green Street, yeah? They say journals are bad, bro. So what made you what was it? Why did you want to get into that? What was it cool for you to do that?
I always wanted to write. So
Okay.
I always wanted to be a professional writer. So I said, I sat down when I was abroad. So I was in an island between Mauritius and Madagascar. It was just sitting there, and it was nice life, tropical life, 12-hour week, just teaching.
It was a
kids
nice
and whatnot.
island.
And then my contract was ending. So I sat down and thought, what do I want to do when I get back to the UK? So I thought, I've always wanted to write, and I was writing when I was there. So I was like, you know what, I want to enter into a job that allows me to write every day, full time, and then
You
But
changed your passion.
regardless of what you're writing about.
the passion is to write. Let's just figure out how to get to where I need to. And then journalism came up as an option. So I was writing for blogs here and there. Then I got an opportunity to work in some newspapers. That way.
So
Go on.
Go on.
After you, my bro.
Sure you don't want to cut me out again, no?
Bro, I'm gonna cut you up so much today, bro.
Of course.
Just know that, innit?
Anyway, yeah. No, I was saying. So
Big director.
What made you? What made you run into this subject?
So as a journalist, I was a journalist for 5 years. Towards the end of the 5 years, I worked as a lifestyle reporter. So
Okay.
I started asking questions around men's mental health, because I realised that in newspapers they weren't really talking about it. Loads of women's sections, loads of women talking about what they're going through and all these things.
Ask Deji.
That's it.
Is it Deirdre?
Deirdre, yeah.
That's Deirdre.
Hey, she's cold, you know.
Yeah.
But was it something that you thought about, or something that you saw a lot of people like speaking to you about?
I thought about it.
Oh, okay.
I thought about it because I went in there and I was like, you know what, I want to, because I'm going through particular things at work, and I have my podcast and whatnot, and I was talking, and I had guests, and I was talking to them about burnout and all these. And then, but I was like, why aren't people talking about this in papers? So I had a column where I was just talking to men around their health and whatnot, and that's like talking to men about certain kinds of cancer, all these other, and like depression, other mental health things. So a lot of the interviews in here come from that column.
Oh, right, okay.
And from my podcast and from my experience. But then I was realizing that I was kind of going through my own stress at work. I wasn't talking about any of the stuff that I was going through. I was going through my own problems. And it all built up in me, caused me to have a breakdown at work. I had around 2 or 3 while at work. I realized, I was like, you know, the first time you're like, probably just stressed.
So, what does a breakdown look like at work, bro?
A high build-up of stress that just wasn't being expressed anywhere. So for me, it was like my whole skin was like, you know when you get goosebumps?
Yeah.
It was like prickles. It was like prickles all over.
You had like a rash.
Yeah, it was like that. It started to get really nervous, really jumpy. Your nervous system is all over the place. Shortness of breath, can't think clearly. You start to dissociate from being in the place, and you start to feel like you're not grounded. But you're sitting there, but you can't breathe, and you're just thinking to yourself, what's going on? And then you start to panic because you're like, why is my mind up there and my body here?
But what does that look like work-wise?
Well, at work.
Like, say I'm your colleague, I'm sitting next to you, yeah? And you're having a little breakdown. No, not a little breakdown. You're having a big breakdown. But I'm next to you, though. But how do I know? What are the signs? What can I see?
Yeah. So I can't remember that because if I'm focusing on what's going on.
Yeah, no, of course.
All the people around me, the world just became smaller. So I was just like, everything became here. I was personally, I'm flashing back to it. I was like breathing heavily, sweating. But a lot of people that go through these internal kind of panic attacks or disruptions or whatever, they actually, it feels like it's kind of quiet. You probably wouldn't even notice sometimes that some people.
Okay.
Because my thing is like, obviously, I'm trying to understand
You're
it.
You're thinking having like dramatic.
No, dramatic, yeah. Obviously, you're thinking about it. Obviously, it's happening to you. It's like internal, whatever you call it, yeah. But I'm trying to work out like
what would be the cues that
like,
someone could recognize?
What was happening outside of you? Obviously, you probably won't think about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the thing
and people say to you, "Are you okay?"
No, like it wasn't even that because. So I'm working in a newsroom at this point. It's around 2016, 17. It's at the height of like. Do you remember like the migrant? We were having a migrant crisis, but there was a height of the migrant crisis that was going on.
Yeah.
The what
Free them,
crisis?
bring them in, man.
Migrant crisis.
You know,
That's
everybody was,
Syria was happening, and then people were coming
Brexit.
over from Syria.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Free the migraines, yeah. That boat looks mental.
The migrants, yeah.
It looks mental. It's the migraines. Free them up still. Hey, what's the name? Suela who? Suela what? Suela Slaver, man. Don't say it, yeah? Yo, Suela Slaver, man. You should calm down a bit, bruv. She's got bare boats and that. Like, yo, we came in banana boat. Stop that. I'm joking. I'm joking. I picked that out. Sorry.
The point is, the context was that it was really busy. And obviously, when you're a journalist, you're trying to cover all of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's busy. It's just noise everywhere. Imagine you're in a room and there's like everyone's trying to talk about everything that's going on everywhere, and you're just there, like quietly panicking about stuff. So again, it's one of them professions where people are focused on their work and not focused on anybody else unless they have to.
Yeah.
So no one's turning around to be like, "You're right, okay." They're not. They don't care. They've got things to do. It wasn't until my friend actually called me at the time, and it took me out of this kind of mental thing that I was in. And I told him what's going on. He's like, "It sounds like you're having a panic attack. Can you get out of the room?" So I took myself out, walked me through some breathing. Once I calmed down, I was like, "How did I get downstairs?"
It happened 3 times though.
Yeah.
What? No one noticed.
No, because so each time it happens for me, it happened in private,
Right.
as well, because I was aware of how intense it could get.
Right.
So the first time that happened in the newsroom. After that, it was more like I would have to go to the bathroom and it's kind of like breathe to calm myself down.
Right.
And then I realized actually, like, why am I so? A lot of the time it happened when I was on the road, like on the way to a story.
Mm-mm.
And I was like, why am I so pent up about all of this stuff? What's going on? Like 3 times?
Mm-mm.
Like the first time, obviously, it's a shock. The second time, you're thinking, I've been here before. Third time, how can you let
You're
yourself
going
go?
mad.
Like, actually, you feel like you're going crazy.
But you know, is it? Obviously, the way I'm asking this question, yes, I sound a bit insensitive, yeah. I remember I've had like a panic attack after work one time, yeah. And basically, I was like, I swear, some low paid job, yeah, in like central London somewhere. I was trying to get back home, yeah. My Oyster card like declined on the way home. I'm like, it sounds funny, innit? But like, it's not a big thing.
It's been that trigger, you know.
It
But
happens.
obviously-
It happens.
It's a
Obviously,
build-up.
I'm thinking I'm not being paid well enough anyway. I'm working so hard, yeah, but I'm broke. I'm like, I'm walking around, yeah. I've called my cousin, yeah. Please put money in my account, yeah. I think that was do like get cash thing. I'm trying to do a get cash thing. You know, you like
NatWest do that. Yeah.
no. So that was it. You can withdraw cash from like a Tesco or like
Okay.
an RBS cash point.
Wait, how long ago was this?
Ages ago. So obviously I'm walking around here, but in like I was working in Marble Arch here. There's no NatWest cash points or Tesco's around. So I'm bugging here. I'm like losing my mind, yeah, internally. Obviously, I can't shout in it. So I'm like, I'm in a flipping shirt and tie and a little jumper, yeah. But I'm like losing it. You know, like I'm so angry. I want to kick things, but you know, like you gotta like keep it in it. So internally, I am burning, bro. It was sunny, yeah. And guess what happened? It started raining. It started raining, yeah.
Metaphoric, innit?
Called the rain. How you calling the rain like storm?
Bro, when it rained, yeah, I stood in the rain, yeah. I started crying. I said, raw.
At
This is
least
my life. I can't even get home.
In a suit as
no
well.
one can see your tears in the rain, innit?
No, well,
That's what I
you
was
know, is
thinking,
it?
like.
To be fair, yeah, I was away from everybody else, yeah, but I was just there, like, and it sounds funny. Obviously, the scene sounds funny and that, yeah. But I'm by myself here, and I'm like, I've gone through the anger stage. I've gone through everything. I was breaking down by myself here in the rain, yeah. And then now I'm there crying in the rain, yeah. And I don't know. As a man, you feel like sometimes you're meant to like cry.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I'm trying. I'm like even
That's
more
mad.
disappointed in myself here. I'm
toxic.
sitting here.
It's a shame.
I'm standing here crying. I'm just like, but the tears won't stop. And you know your eyes get hot when you cry, innit? Do you cry?
I've never noticed that.
You ever
Your
cry?
eyes get hot when you cry.
Yeah, that's when you're really trying to like not fucking cry.
Is it?
Like fuck.
Have you ever cried? Your eyes get hot, innit?
Yeah.
So my eyes are hot. I'm just like,
Plus that rainwater, it's pollution, innit? So it probably hurts.
What is it?
so
Now, what I noticed is you might get that, you know, in your throat. Pause. But you know, in your throat. When you can't, when it's like,
Yeah, I know
you
what
got
you're
to sweat,
talking
like,
about.
I don't know how to explain. You know what I'm
Yeah,
it's
no,
like,
What they say, pause, lump in your throat,
You
innit?
choked up.
you choked up. Yeah.
my thing is obviously I'm by myself in it. So that's why I'm asking you like what was happening outside of you because you said you internalized it. But I'm saying like I was outside here and my thing came out in tears. I'm saying if I was on my desk and I was wearing a breakdown, it'd be like I'm crying on my desk.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
remember.
Like I said,
Yeah.
it was more of an internal thing. It was
Yeah.
one time I was at work. I was in working in Scotland. My birthday. My birthday's in December. It's around Christmas time. When you're a journalist, you either get Christmas off or New Year's off, and bag it in the middle. So I had to choose whether to be in home for Christmas or be at home for my birthday. So
Your birthday's in where?
December.
Oh, December.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's the
okay.
end of December.
So you're a Capricorn.
Yep. And then so yeah, it was one of them. I was like, I hated this. I was like, I hate this job. I hate this place. So all these thoughts, these negative thoughts, going around in this cycle. And then I was just like, and I took myself away to the bathroom, and I was in there, and I was like, and I just bawled. That's it.
Were your eyes hot?
My eyes-
I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, I was just a mess. Man.
But you know what it is, yeah?
I remember standing there, just looking at myself in the mirror, and like, Alex, you just get out. of this.
When men cry, yeah, it's such a weird thing because you're just there like
Your eyes hot.
you're not frantic. You're just like
When the tears gonna end?
it's
You know, the
yeah.
only time I've ever felt like that, yeah, is when I was on speed.
That's a story. That's a story you need to share.
This guy's toxic, bro. This guy's absolutely toxic.
No, hold on.
You said you were on drugs.
And why are you doing speed, bro?
Do you know what it is?
What kind of drug is that?
Nah, do you know what it is?
What were you doing speed?
First of all, yeah.
Speed is there, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Talk about your demons. Let's go. Come on.
No, it's because when you said
Are we
the
in a session?
Let's open.
first of all, the maddest thing is, yeah, I didn't even know it was speed. I thought it was something else. But I just remember for the first time in my life, I felt like what you just said. Like I was looking at my life like, raw, like what am I doing to myself?
Man got reflective on speed.
Yo,
They're introspective on speed, fam.
do you know what it was? It was amphetamine.
But you know what it is, yeah? I accidentally checked.
Amphetamine.
So what's happening?
We're going off track here. So
Alex, stay with us. Stay with us.
Yo,
You know what this moment feels like? You know
I don't do
You know
drugs.
when you look to like the fourth.
nah, you do drugs, bro. You
I fully don't do drugs.
do drugs, bro.
Yo, no, but you know about come downs and stuff.
Horrible.
Yeah. So, cause I don't do drugs. This is the first time this has ran through my system.
What do you think it was?
No, like basically, one of my guys told me it was like Ritalin.
What?
He was like,
Drugs.
no,
Why are you doing drugs?
no. So hold on. All right, boom,
Helps with concentration.
boom. King knows. It helps with concentration, innit?
Drugs.
So obviously, I'm doing Browns. You know about this. I'm doing like mega studio sessions, right? I'm just drawing everyone out now.
Hey, nah.
I smoke loud.
No. So I was doing a session, innit? I was doing a session. One of my guys sorted me out with something. I come to find out it wasn't what it was. It was actually speed. Yeah, don't try. It was actually speed. When I tell you, I've never looked at my life and thought, you ain't shit before.
Whoa.
That's the first time that actually happened. Where I'm like, raw, like,
Sometimes we have an intense
That's you?
in a dialogue sometimes.
that's the only time.
Did your eyes get hot though?
My eyes didn't get hot. I didn't cry. I didn't cry.
You haven't been here, bro. You haven't been here.
Yeah, bad man don't cry, fam.
But you know what's funny, yeah?
So your tears were cold.
Nah, I don't, you know, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you when I cry. I've cried in war movies.
What?
Yeah, no, the emotion that's
The
conjured
emotion.
up when you're seeing those visuals and the stories behind it.
You see what you see?
But you don't have emotions yourself that you want to cry.
Have you never cried at an emotional time, like personal to you, not movies?
No.
You know what it is, yeah?
Happy moment.
It's time
No.
to talk. And we're going to talk to Pat right now.
No,
yeah?
we're talking. No, we're talking. The only time I've cried is you see in like war movies where a guy has told himself, I'm going to basically sacrifice my life for whoever to live.
It's an Egypt.
No, how?
What?
How?
Listen,
How?
I'll tell myself, yeah, I'm gonna
When's the
ride
last
out.
time you've
I'm
cried?
gonna ride out. Yeah?
Right, cool,
If I
let's-
die, I die. But I'm not committing suicide in my mind before I've done it. That's madness.
That's not suicide though.
I'm gonna die for everybody. No. I'm gonna ride for everybody.
Look what you brought out of us, Alex.
I'm a rider.
Look what you done.
Forget Tupac. I'm like Tupac.
I've just
That's madness, bro.
You've created this
It's crazy,
conversation.
bro. You crying nonsense, bro.
But G,
Yeah.
hold on, wait.
That's some G
The
shit.
riders are the ones that sacrifice themselves.
Exactly.
They're the big idiots, fam. Well, oh yeah. No, riders, yeah, are the ones that go and do the works. They don't sacrifice
But
themselves.
that's the one who
No, but that is the
sacrifices-
works.
Suicide bombers, yeah, are the ones that go sacrifice themselves.
Yeah, but we're not doing
I am
it.
not suicide bomber.
I have a
Sorry.
question. When was the last time? When was the last time you cried?
Sorry, we're spiraling, isn't it?
Because when was the last time you cried?
What? When
You were
or
watching that Japan film. What's the film called? That film about, Japan bombing America.
Oh, about Hiroshima. Oh, Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor. That's when he cried, bro.
I ain't even
Watch
seen
it,
that.
fam.
I ain't even seen that, bro.
When was the last time you cried?
Oh, bro, I don't know, bro. Some time ago.
It was probably about something insignificant. Usually,
Or when? Not necessarily.
I'm
what.
trying to conjure the thoughts now. It was probably there was this advert. Niggas is laughing.
I retract the statement. I'm not N-word, bro.
But no. The advert was interesting because what's happening in the advert is there's a child. His mum's a taxi driver. What she does every time that she picks him up is she creates an environment in the taxi that replicates something that he had seen in school. So if he's at the beach, she'll fill up the taxi with sand.
That's cold.
If he's seen something about Antarctica and polar bears, she would get like white stuff to look like snow. So it would replicate all of these different things. But you could see as a taxi driver, sometimes her journeys to the school to pick him up would be fucked up because of the fact that she's traveling far, right? And then it gets to a stage where he's a grown man and his mum was a single mum. She was doing all of that, looking after him. And then there was somewhere that she was looking at on the television and she was like, oh, I really want to go there. He went and he bought her tickets. And in the same fashion that his mother used to do, he created almost like a space for when she entered. She was like, it's like that space that we're talking about. And then he handed her tickets to go to the place. And then the last scene in the advert is them getting on the plane. At that moment, I burst out laughing and then tears just started coming out of my eyes. And I was like, wow, it's a bit weird, isn't it? But yeah.
Were your eyes hot?
Man's asking if my eyes are hot.
That's all I want to know. Your eyes hot.
I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to listen to the story, but I didn't catch none of that, bro.
Pat's toxic, bro.
It's just,
I tried to draw me up.
It's for me, what I found weird is the fact that at the point in which I was crying, I was laughing. Do you get what I mean?
So was it tears of joy?
Yeah, but you was happy for it, innit?
I was happy, yeah. I was happy for the situation, the way it ended, because it showed how much that individual cared
You
about
could
whatever their
shed
mum
tears.
was doing. Is that?
You can shed tears for anything.
Yeah, you can
bro.
shed tears
Beauty,
for anything, like
love, bro.
baby
So-
being born.
So you'd say you're a very
Yes, bro.
sympathetic
Beautiful
man.
moments. That was a beautiful
All
moment.
right.
It was a
Just
beautiful
explain, bro.
moment,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You heard what I heard, did it?
So you sympathized.
All right. I was
You sympathized for her.
No,
I was
I
going to get wrong.
sympathy. I think sympathy.
It must be
We're talking
a
about
throwback.
baby. Sympathy and empathy, I think, are two different things, innit?
Yeah,
Sympathy
yeah.
is like, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah. No.
Empathy, sympathy, I feel sorry for
No.
you.
Empathy is like I
Empathy is
feel
like,
what you
you're
feel.
feeling, yeah. I don't think that's possible.
So
though.
I'm going to bring
How
Yeah,
can
it
you
is.
feel what someone else is feeling?
That's facts. Actually, I get you.
Oliver, man.
You could have gone through the same thing, but you might not feel the same.
Yeah, if you can relate to how someone's feeling, I suppose.
Empathy is the feeling of I'm with you in this. I see if I've had certain experiences, so I can share. Sympathy is very much more like,
I feel sorry for you.
sorry that you're going through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's very much centered in pity and
Or I'm happy that you're happy, but I'll never experience that.
I think.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You sympathise for that.
I sympathise for that. I feel like,
it connected with you on a deep level.
I suppose, I'll say it in this way. There's sometimes where something can trigger a response from you.
Yeah.
Because that's what tears are. Tears are a response. Some people have that response trained. Some people have that response suppressed. But it's a response. Whether that's tears because you've just seen your youth born, you're looking at you like, fucking hell.
Or human.
Do you know what I mean? This is a whole human being. It was a madness. I can't believe you're here. Too many emotions for you to actually process. So your response is, bow, water's coming out of your eyes. At certain people. For other people, the loss and grief.
Yeah.
The response is tears. So it's more of a response. Some people have it trained out of them. Some people have it trained in a fashion where at certain times it appears. Some people have it suppressed. But I think it's a response. The thing is, it's interesting what would make certain people cry.
Yeah.
That's what it depends on.
Yeah.
Some people fall over and cut their knee and cry. Other people stand at their loved one's funeral and have no tears. So it's different.
I'm trying to move this along, yeah?
Yeah.
But I feel like if I move it along, so I'm going to ask you bare questions, yeah?
Of course.
You still got to ask rounds.
Main topic, yeah? But I've got to ask you, have you cried? Because I've got to be fair, innit?
Yeah.
When did you last cry?
Yesterday, nigga.
What?
About what?
Yesterday, cause bro, listen, I'm like quite similar to Pat in the sense of
Toxic.
Like, I will shed it. No, I shed tears in films, innit? And bro, I watched Lord of the Rings yesterday, bro. Yeah, and the nigga Boromir, bro. Nah, gee, listen.
You were absolutely insane.
The brother Boromir, fam. Yeah. So in the beginning, obviously,
He's the hardest though.
He tried to
went
snake.
absolutely
He tried to
insane,
take
bro.
the ring
This is crazy.
of my man because he's human, innit? And the humans had the flaw of when the ring is in their face, they get
Mad.
they get mad over it, innit? So he fell into the trap of that. He tried to take the ring off my man.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, boom, boom, boom. They go into the forest. The orcs find them.
Yeah.
Frodo's about to get killed. Boromir jumps in, saves him, gets hit with the arrow. And bow.
Yeah, bro.
He stands back up.
Sacrificed his life.
That would make me
hit with the
cry.
other arrow.
That would make
You know what I'm
me
saying?
It's a real G.
He got killed by
I think
himself.
he's
And
wet,
he's like, you man roll, you man go, because the mission is bigger
Yeah.
than me.
You see what I'm saying?
Sacrifice.
That there.
Cuz.
That
Sacrifice.
there.
I said
Tears
that
to my
shit.
eyes.
I was like, shit.
Listen.
Tried to wipe it again. It came out again. I'm
You try to be a real
See me,
nigga.
I will rise my gun to the end. I'm not sacrificing myself for nobody. Yeah,
Bro,
if you
bro, we
take me,
talk
you
about-
gotta take me.
Bro,
You can't have an easy win. There's
my
no
point
easy
is,
wins
yeah,
here.
my
There's
point
no
is-
cheeky W's. Yeah,
G.
you better know you gotta take my life
Hold
properly.
on.
Yeah,
My point
it's
is,
no,
yeah.
it's no. Oh, he's standing behind. No,
Bless.
you gotta
bless,
take it.
No,
properly.
bless. Listen
My
to
last
this,
breath
though,
yeah,
fam.
is worth
His
£1 million.
last breath
And come
was
take
more
that.
important than anything, bro. Because
That's
if
his
he
last
didn't
breath.
do
That's not
that-
my last breath.
If he didn't do
My
that,
thing's proper.
the film's ended, fam.
Yeah,
If he
yeah.
didn't, that's the end of the film.
Yeah, exactly. The film dead that
film would have
day.
ended in number one.
Film dead
That's
that
what I'm
day.
saying.
Yeah, cuz.
When you sacrifice your life for a bigger cause, that motion there is
Listen,
something else.
it's-
I'll never cry for Pearl Harbor, yeah. And I think soldiers here, listen, madness, fam. You're dying for a country that doesn't care about you. You see all these old vets here, they come back here, it's all madness. Anyway, skip
But
past that.
that's what makes it even more.
Emotional.
Respect,
Yeah.
man, bro.
Wash, but anyway,
It's more honorable,
let's
fam.
move forward. Let's
It's
move
more
forward.
honorable, but yeah, let's
If you cried-
When did you last cry? Is the question.
I cried,
Not a war movie, please. 'Cause I'll fucking kick you out of here, bro.
I cried waking up.
What?
Yeah.
Was that a dream? Yeah.
The dream.
Oh.
It was about my mum.
Oh, shit.
I don't remember the details, but I woke up crying.
That's cold, you know.
I woke up crying.
See, that's sensible.
I had a tear in my eye, at least.
That's.
I've had one of those. I've had one of those.
I think you man are outrageous there. All three of you are so ridiculous.
Who?
Nah, G.
Well, when's the last time you cried?
Who's
When's the last time you cried?
Who's ridiculous? Who's ridiculous?
Wait.
No.
Who's ridiculous?
When's the last time you cried?
Who's ridiculous?
When's the last time you cried?
When and why? And why?
Last time I cried, yeah, I'll tell you, I had a panic attack actually again, twice, two L's or two, not 2 L's, but like, no.
What?
No, but real spit, yeah. So I work as an accountant, innit? So I do accounting exams, innit? So I spent the whole night like revising, innit, and like drinking bare Red Bull and that. I went to the exam place here on the bus. I got to the place here. I got on the bus here, and then like I just felt like overwhelmed. That's the right term. So I crossed the road, yeah. Got the bus back. Got back, went home. Hackney Central.
My bad.
And then yeah, went to Costa Coffee. And I bought a coffee. I drank coffee. This is by myself, by the way. I'm just moving mad, yeah. I'm just like chilling.
Man, you cried.
I'm like, no, I didn't cry at Costa Coffee. I was like,
He
damn.
broke down.
So I left the Costa Coffee. I finished my coffee, yeah. Left it. Walked on the road. No, you know what? I walked in it.
Where did you walk to?
Went to my boy T's house, yeah.
Yeah.
So I walked to his house, yeah. Just normal, like happy days, not crying or nothing. I rang his bell, yeah. As I pressed the button,
Tears.
man opened the door, yeah. I'm like I don't know why I'm crying, yeah. Just allow me, innit? But like, I can't stop this right now, yeah. I should come to the yard, I'm gonna sit down, and should be cool.
See, to me,
So I walk upstairs,
that's crazy.
sat in
bro.
his yard, yeah.
That's
He
crazy.
broke down, man. He
That's
broke down,
untriggered,
fam.
bro.
And-
Like, what the hell?
He's not asking me questions, I'm just sitting there, and the tears won't stop falling. But I'm not like,
But you see, it's a response.
yeah.
From suppression.
Tears are a response, bro.
But his
Hold
thing
it
is,
in too
he
much,
doesn't.
man.
Do you know where it came from?
Because we know what made the response. Do you know what made
Yeah.
the response?
I think
It was a late response. That's what it was.
I do pressure differently, innit? Sometimes, yeah, I'm one of the people like, I like just go about my day, and then that's only 2 breaks I've had, yeah. I'm not saying like I'm a strong person. I'm saying like something has happened, yeah. The more time I take pressure in, yeah, and when it comes out, like, I could either like just be on a night out, yeah, and move mad,
Just break down.
or
So it just hits you at the.
you know what I'm saying?
Random time.
It's just that time
Do you
of
know
day,
how
yeah.
toxic that is?
Then the question is,
That is very toxic.
That's very toxic.
Do you make room for that in your everyday life?
No, I don't.
So would just come. That's why it would just come at you at any random.
That's horrendous.
Alex, you've opened up this conversation. Your presence today has opened up this conversation. Because we wouldn't have had it if it wasn't for time to talk.
Do you consider that toxic?
I consider that toxic.
Yeah.
I'm not 100%. I don't like that. I don't like the.
You don't like that phrase?
The whole toxic thing.
Toxic. What do you like about it?
But when it's a question around whether you're giving yourself enough space to do that, because if it's harming you in the long term,
But
is it something that when you rang your friend's doorbell or when you were going through the process of, because you could think about the process towards it, like all the way through the cost of coffee.
As a man, specifically as a black man here, as an African black man, because I can talk about my soul experience here. Like, I was taught, but just get on with it, do your thing, and pattern it. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I know it might come up negatively on other ends, yeah. But really and truly, yeah, when I'm like sad and down here, really and truly, no one can come there and help me out. Really and truly, I go pick myself up and work through it and do my thing.
Can I ask you a question? I think this is a question that's going to go around to all of us. Like, any male figure that you've had in your life that you've respected in whatever sense, uncle, father figure in the community, or do you know what I mean, someone like that. Have you seen any of them cry?
Oh, that's a question.
I've seen my father cry. Alex, you know,
So I spoke about this in the book about crying, because the thing for me was this idea that men typically only cry when there is an acceptable reason to do so. Now that's like a funeral or child's birth or those kinds of like big moments. The only time I really saw my dad cry was at my grandma's grave, and it wasn't like a full on. It was just that. It was that little that solitary tear. So now, for me, hearing the examples that you guys put forward, that means that you guys can actually connect to that feeling and understand where it's coming from. But when we hold it down for so long, it has no choice but to come up in really random, inopportune ways. And it's about how we handle that, because there's a lot of shame attached to men crying in any particular context. Even explaining. How did it make you feel saying this?
Especially over films, it's mad, isn't it?
No, bro, hold on. Bro, you're like a running.
You rang the doorbell.
He's not the worst one though. He's the worst one though.
Sorry.
You're the worst one.
You never let them answer whether they've seen someone cry or not. You know what I'm saying?
Off an advert.
It was a 30-second advert, mate. A lot of emotion impacted.
No, but you know why it's wild? Because you'll go wild on a night out, get into a swingers, and it's deeper than that. Than the swingers.
Undefeated.
You get do you know why he's a madness? Because he'll get other people involved in his depression.
Look for me.
You're going to a man's house, crying at his front door.
You cry for Titanic. I get that. I hate that.
But
Jack's your boy.
you tried it. You tried it.
Look for me.
Wait. I'm gonna stop here right here. Yeah. So we'll get back to the book now. Yeah. Obviously, you mentioned that. Obviously, after uni, you went traveling a lot. And then we were talking about this before. We was like filming. Yeah. Like I feel like the Mandem sometimes you need someone to tell you to travel, innit? Like I didn't know about traveling until I was like 23. So who taught you about traveling? How did you know about exploring the world and that?
I mean, when I think about it, I'm like, well, my grandparents came here. Like they decided to get themselves out of the situation and leave the islands, and decided to come. So again, that's probably the first experience of like the fact that we're all here. Like someone had to travel and take a risk in some way for us to be here, right? So I was like, okay, cool. But then I just think I was studying languages, and there was just more options to kind of say, look, like you can go to France, you can go to Spain, you can go to these places, you can go to Europe or whatever. I just thought I want to try it, and I think that's just one of the best decisions of my life. But
Can I segue real quick?
um,
What was that question that you asked? I want to carry that on.
Oh, the question about
I think it's
in
it
terms
counts
of
in with what your book's about, and that's why.
in terms of seeing any father figures or seeing fathers or uncles and stuff like that crying. That was the question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that something that you've mentioned at your grand's grave? You saw your father with a solitary tear. So that's, and then you mentioned about the acceptable times when men are allowed to cry. I was going to say the time in which I've seen my father cry.
one of the things, because I talk about this, and I think the time I wrote it, my mum's mum had just passed, and
So your grandma.
huh?
So your grandma. Yeah.
So it was one of them. It's one of them experiences where I was like, because I've been through the therapy. I'm training as a therapist. I'm doing all these things. I'm keenly aware of the grieving process. I'm just like, let me just get through this process as not as quickly as possible, but as effectively as possible, right? So my nan's passing away. Like we're all in the hospital. Like she's slowly deteriorating, right? I'm gone. Like I'm literally just doing up tears. I was like,
Eyes hot.
I don't want to hear eyes hot. Everything. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear nobody talk to me about nothing. I was like, I know that my grandma is not gonna be here. Blah blah blah. But and then I kind of worked through it, and I was done. Like I did. Like over the next few days, obviously it was kind of tearful and whatnot. But then I was noticing that my male cousins weren't crying. I noticed that my uncles and my dad weren't crying.
That's a question.
I noticed all of these things. I was like,
You see, when your dad was crying, was he crying in the hospital or was he not crying?
my uncles and my dad weren't crying.
Did you hug your dad? When you saw him cry, did you hug him?
These are two different situations.
No, I'm saying two different situations. But when you saw him cry,
So the first time, I was like,
did you hug him though?
You didn't hug him?
back then, because I was like, when I first saw my dad, I was very much like, what? That's good. When I saw that, I was around 15, 15, 16. So I was like, I know what's happening. You're 16. Recently, when his dad passed and my granddad passed in January, like, and he told me that I could see that he needed, but he wouldn't ask for that.
Did you hug your dad often?
I
hugged him.
I hugged him.
What was that moment like?
Yeah, it was like, that's when he fully like.
But do you hug him often?
No, we don't have that kind of relationship. But it's also, but I'm okay to initiate those sorts of experiences. But it's not always. But again, it takes one person to be able to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just things that.
Do you feel that with time that men become softer?
Like another drink.
And when I mean softer, I mean like when I think about men who become like grandfathers, and when they're around their grandchildren, that new lease of life and the fact that it's almost an extension of their legacy or an extension of something that they love. They become a bit more gentle in that regard. Do you feel that that's something that, I suppose, as young men now, we don't actually consider that because we're not at that stage?
1,000.
Yeah, I think.
What, a gentle side to ourselves?
Yeah, that we become gentler.
I think it's just the arrogance of youth, really. Like,
I think it's more upbringing, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm upbringing as well.
And that's what I was also going to ask. So where are you from? As far as because we were speaking at Jamaica, because we were speaking with Blessing the last episode about how different people from different cultures hug and do not hug their fathers.
Yeah,
and we noticed that in the African household it's not as common. But also, where was Chris from, Bless?
Huh?
Where's Chris from? He said he hugged his father, innit?
Chris is Eastern Real G, bro. From where? No, his dad's Irish. He's basically white though.
Alright, yeah. Well, there you go.
Fair enough.
There you go.
And like us here, you know how. No, not like me, but I was born in Zimbabwe and I moved over here. You know, like, if you're born here, You're basically just a British black boy.
I don't believe that, you know.
No,
But
the
it,
white people or racist people, they make you not believe that you're not from here, yeah? Really truly, yeah? You are from here.
No, facts.
If I say Chris is like a white boy, I'm not trying to like rub him out. I'm saying like Chris is a white guy. My parents are Irish. But he's literally himself is English.
yeah.
He grew up in England.
Like he doesn't have Irish customs, basically. He doesn't. That's like faded out, sort of thing.
I think obviously Irish hate the English, innit? But like,
Oh yeah.
Chris didn't grow up with like meat and views, innit? He just grew up like a normal person in England. How we all grow up in England. You know what I'm saying? You don't grow up thinking, "Fuck, I'm from Africa. They colonized my land and they took my diamonds and now I'm angry." You grew up thinking, "I'm like everybody else in my primary school." You know what I'm saying? I'm like from primary school, I'm in secondary school, and Chris grew up with a lot of like black people saying that's a bit mad because he's drunk.
Well, I was gonna say that. So in your household, it's norm. It's a norm. Hug your father. Be emotional. Open emotional.
It wouldn't be a kind of why are you hugging me? Sort of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Where are you from?
I was born and raised. I'm from DR Congo.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but what I would say to that question is, or that, thing like that. In, like, Africa, bro, well, I can only talk on my experience, because I wasn't raised, I know my dad, but I wasn't raised by him for, like, the whole time of my life, innit? So, even to answer your question earlier, fam, I've seen him cry once in my 30 years of living, fam, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen him cry, and that was only because it was a real life thing. And even on top of that, my man had a stroke.
Oh shit.
And he won't say it, but his missus would say it's because he keeps the emotions of you guys. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the only time I did see him cry was a conversation that we had when he wanted to come back into my life, and I was young, and the arrogance of youth. I'm like, you can't tell me shit, nigga. I'm old, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just shouting in his face. And to answer your question, the gentleness. It is like, once again, like the arrogance of youth. Like when man's young, you have the time to attack it. You have all these ideas. You have the strength to get it. Because you know what I'm saying? When you're old now, you don't have like that time when he was crying and stuff. Even when I was angry, I was shouting at him, bro. When man shedding tears in my face, and I'm telling him like, I'm a big man. You can't tell me nothing. You're never gonna see your kids. You're never gonna see your grandkids. You know what I'm saying? I had my first youth, and then we were meant to reconnect and whatever. And he reconnected with my little brother. Man shedding tears, and I'm in thing, but I could see in his eyes, he's like, bro, I ain't got the energy for, like, I'm not going to be here for much longer. But this, I'm here to make amends with you kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? And, like, it was a bit techie, but that's the only time I've ever seen him cry, bro.
And when your eyes are hot,
his eyes was hot. I saw red.
Different.
Even I was crying, bro. I was balling myself.
I'm saying.
I was shedding tears, shouting, because I was like, nah, he wasn't there for me.
I'm crying, my eyes are hot, when my eyes are hot, I'm fuming, bro. I'm so upset, bro.
Lump in your throat.
One thing I've noticed, though, when we're talking about men's tears, and I think generally speaking, I think for us as men, there's a bit of laughter involved when we're talking about crying and things of that nature.
Yeah.
I've seen some of those memes and episodes where you're seeing like the father-son interaction and the father's in tears. You know that one where his cry sounds like a laugh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Was that Ian?
Yeah, and then there's the other one.
That's one Ian Van Zandt.
Yeah, that one, and it's like they're bringing the kids back to the kid back with the father. Yeah. Then recently there's that video that's gone around of the kid who is in high school. His mother's to his right-hand side and his father's to his left, if you're looking at it from where he's sitting. And the kid's in tears because of the high school shooting, right? And he's kind of crying, and then after they go to his father, and his father like bursts out in tears. But in this time and space where we're talking about, men should be expressing themselves, when you look at the comments, it's not guys who are laughing at the men crying. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it was women.
Yeah.
But that's what's it called? I'm learning as I'm getting older,
The toxic women.
There's the red pill man them. I don't know who they are, They're weirdos, like little neeks, and then they think they're, they think they're like super masculine, but they're not. But I'm gonna ring back here.
I love
What made you write this book?
I love that you're on PC with with all of that.
It
What?
is.
You're just like,
It's
you're just like,
incredibly
bro,
inclusive.
See, Andrew Tate, yeah, for example, he's one of the top leader for them, yeah. He says some good stuff, yeah, which I agree with sometimes, yeah. Some stuff, yeah, I'm like, he's an idiot. And two, yeah, I'll never follow him. So he's not like Jesus, yeah. But he's Red Bull man, them, yeah.
Jesus.
They look at him, yeah, like he's God. I'm
is
like,
he? Who's it?
Andrew Tate.
Oh, Andrew Tate.
But I'm like, bro, on a night out, yeah, it's a fair one, me and you, bro. Like he's not God tier. Do you know what I'm saying? But the Red Bull man, them, yeah, look at him like
kickboxer. You know that?
everything he says, yeah, is mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, they think everything he says is so like, I'm like, bro, like he's dumb.
If you take someone that's convincing enough
So
for a community that feels that they are disempowered, disenfranchised, and
They'll
all
be
these
their
other
God.
things, and are angry,
Will be there.
So you-
he's gonna embed himself in that kind of community and allow.
So you're saying he's empowering
What
Neeks?
do you think of someone like
He's empowering Neeks.
Andrew Tate?
That's what he's doing. In Neeks. They're Neeks, bro.
What do you think of someone like Andrew Tate?
We're going way too mad, bro.
We're going, it is.
Like him.
What do I think of someone like him?
Yeah, who spreads who about the things that he does.
I think I always think that people like him in that kind of context are smart. They're trying
Know how to market themselves.
They're trying to get their market. They're trying to get their message across. They know how to speak to the audience that they want to reach.
Yeah.
They know how to incite real
Emotion.
strong emotions in them.
He's got some points though. Don't get me
He's
wrong.
like a Black Tom Robinson.
I don't know about
Facts.
Black Kev was out.
Nah. Chill,
Oh.
chill. Man. Hey, nah.
Tom Robinson.
No, but like,
I didn't tell you,
I don't know.
my point. I was gonna make a point, fam, yeah, about flipping. The reason why I think that is just important. I know it's not a side note, but it's just back to the point I was making earlier about having to see the Mandem cry. I think that Mandem should be in touch with their emotions.
Yeah.
Because in the ends, bro, like growing up, I don't know how the Mandem's grown up, fam, yeah, but growing up in, I'm not even gonna say I'm a roadman or anything like that, but on the ends, there's just a certain lifestyle that's just in your face, you know what I'm saying? And what I've noticed from young, and me being raised by my mum, I always thought I was just a little bit different because I was like, learned to be in touch with my emotions from young, innit? But I've learned from my other friends where they haven't been in touch with their emotions, fam. So it's like you big men now, we're strong as well, fam. You can't process certain emotions, fam, and they just do crazy things out of it, fam, you know what I'm saying?
It's only part of the equation. You're just taught how to be physically strong and to present yourself as physically strong.
You get
But
it?
you can't regulate your emotion. You can't understand how to be empathetic to another person and be compassionate, empathetic to
And
yourself. You gotta be at a loss.
And people think it's just anger, fam. It's not just anger, man. That man can be upset, bro. Man can come and ring a doorbell. Smash everything up, bro. You know
But
what
I
I'm
think
saying?
that's
Man can
childish,
just cry.
though.
Man can
But
just-
I don't think,
Did you say ring
No,
the
but
doorbell?
it's
he was
childish.
childish at the time that happened though.
But it happens, bro. Like real
He's a-
stuff, bro. Man can say.
he's a young man
like,
and he
even
can't
the way
process
people
things.
say hi to you. Like even the other day, bro. I've got two brethren, fam. Like how we're chilling right now. Your friends, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Man are guys, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Because of the way I've come in and said, "What on, cuz?" Now you go, "What on, cuz? You good, yeah? Yeah, I'm good, yo. You good?" The energy's gone high now, bro. Now the energy's already
Childish,
here. Man ain't even trying to talk about, do you know what? Now I'm just a bit hyped right now. I'm excited. I was saying, well, I got excited. Man don't even want to talk about it. Now it's a thing like, gee, you coming hype. You coming on the energy. My brother, like, if we can just sit down and be like, gee, I was just happy when I saw you, innit? Or, do you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, cuz. No, I was pissed off already, fam. I've been pissed off from earlier. Man can't
See
talk
me,
about
yeah?
it.
I'm
It's
like,
already
I walk in
hyped.
the room,
It's
yeah?
already- It's on now.
And I'm on that kind of vibes. I'm on like, yo,
Toxic.
oh God, let's raise it up. Let's go.
Man said toxic.
Yeah, but like,
Come on.
bruv, you're walking toxic ball, bruv.
But you know, it's
You've
like,
established that.
Alex, yeah? You made it so easy for us, yeah? Talk about everything, yeah? Because you're so easy to speak to, yeah? But we got to segue back here and say, what made you write this book? You just got to go back to the book, because what made you write Time to Talk? I feel like everyone needs to talk right now, so I'll cut you off here.
No. Basically, it was
Films.
No, basically, it was all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The conversation, everything that we've been saying, it kind of all feeds back to the book. Anyway,
Yeah.
it all feeds back to our individual experience. Those feelings, like you having a dream and then waking up and thinking, "Shit, like this was a deep experience for me. Who can I talk to about it?" You watching that advert or the birth of your daughter. Who can you talk to about it?
That's true.
You not having any of those experiences? Who can you talk to?
No, I've had that experience. I've woken up.
But what I'm saying is that even the fact that you even mentioned and were able to talk about the fact that you put them drugs, you had to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know what? That might.
but like, this is what I'm saying.
Trying to build me up.
But the point is, though,
I'll do drugs.
the point is,
Sorry.
the point is though, like, it's being able to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Being able to say that, yeah, there's going to be some, you know what I mean? Depending on who's in the room, there's going to be some laughter, there's going to be some, you know, pulls and pushes every so often. But, but the point of it is to be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
So I've been through particular things at work, particular things at home. You know what I mean? And it's being able to have those conversations with the people that you need to have conversations with. Because if you don't, like you said, you're gonna end up bringing your friend's doorbell.
Another question.
I've done drugs, yeah.
Okay.
Never cried.
But
I watched adverts, yeah. Never cried.
But I never done drugs and cried though.
I watch, yeah. Saving Private Ryan, yeah. Never cried.
But you're out here
crying
at man's doorbell.
No time to talk.
What are you talking about?
Listen.
You're crying at man's doorbell.
Yeah. You man are crazy, bro. You man, yeah, are insane, man.
You know I won't
cry
open my
over
door.
Film, yeah.
You know I'm not opening my door.
Bro,
Straight.
What's your experiences, bro? You got no real life experiences. You're crying about Private Ryan.
But they're part of. But again,
No, it's crazy.
But
Bro.
an experience is an experience.
These man, yeah, want to be
I was
soldiers.
going to tie in a question.
They want to live their lives, yeah, through fictional characters in films, fam.
We'll get back to that.
Crazy.
So bless you.
Anyhow, this guy comes to my door and starts crying.
I'm sorry.
So bless you.
He's gonna stay at my door.
Huh?
What made you write the book? I was going to ask, what was one of the biggest challenges? That you faced when writing the book, and how did you overcome it?
Pandemic.
And also the process.
Biggest challenge.
Also, what was the process?
Yeah.
Alright, biggest challenge was the pandemic because I had all these dreams for writing this book. I was gonna be all up on the beach, writing, doing up Instagram posts saying I'm writing my book, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Just kind of just try to be that person online. And then obviously we got locked down. We got told that we couldn't leave. All these different things. So I had no choice but to confront everything that happened in the book.
Andrew Tate had a jet.
Pardon?
Andrew Tate had a jet. I'm just saying for the money. I'm saying, I'm joking. Sorry.
And then, so I had to finish the book by the end of the year. So that was one of the big obstacles. To make sure that I had to get that done.
Oh, okay. So deadline basically.
And the process was just interviewing, making sure that I got the right interviews, got the right things together, had the right stories to tell, had the right thing. It was a big process.
Sorry. Is it 1 year?
1 year.
Oh shit.
9 months.
9 months. That's cold, you know.
Started writing it in January.
I was gonna ask you.
Wow.
You see, you say time to talk, right? Is there the right or the wrong person to talk to? Who?
So, yeah.
I'll never talk to you, bro. About nothing. I'll take no advice from you. But I won't even be your ear. I won't even be your ear, fam.
See me, I cry. I tell you, I cry all day long. You better cry over films, bro. You know, they're so fake here. It's outrageous, bro. You know, we're talking about real pain and real breakdowns here. They're telling me about Private Ryan. They're so fake, bro.
Have you ever cried to a song where we cried to like...
Kate Bush, walking down the middle. I was in the shower. Out of nowhere, tears.
Wow. Okay.
Tears, walking down the middle by Kate Bush.
Yeah, you might.
In that moment, I understood the lyrics.
Outrageous. This is crazy, though. Bro,
mad.
I was crying in the rain, yeah.
That man had a spiritual revelation.
Kate Bush!
You were doing
Nah! I don't care about your pain or your pain or your pain. You better, you're silly, bruv. That's a Kate Bush.
You were doing R&B.
Bro,
you were doing R&B guy doing that.
I'll be like Usher. But you know, when there's the songs and then going through it, I was in the film. The man was just watching the film. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was action man.
So basically,
but you know why?
You
know how to tap into our emotions.
Yeah.
You just let them out. You don't even. You got no leash on them. They just come out whenever they come out.
We're able to recognize.
You can't add for Big Ben. Of course, you got no control.
Time and place.
No, but you have to deep
You saw someone going to get shopping, yeah, and he cried.
No, you have to deep it, bro. The scene or whatever you're seeing invokes the emotion of the real life situations that you've been in, fam, or the past.
Because we can sympathize.
I'm a real person, yeah. You man are like, film characters. Like Love Actually. Oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah. No, I'm real. Yeah. I was suffering from work. Even watching the film. Craziness. Pat, have you ever cried outside films?
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't say that before.
I cried. Do you know? Okay, I'll keep it. I'll keep it all the way 100. I cried in a swingers.
What?
In a swingers. In a
That's
fight.
when you're angry.
Yeah. So it was like, no, actually, the reason why I cried. Okay, to get all into detail, yeah, it's my guy, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
So it was me and like 3 to 4 other men. So it was me and Sam against the 3 to 4 other men. And these times, I was trying to be sensible. And I thought, I'm not going to allow my guy to get into a swingers over my ego and being drunk on a night out. So me holding in my pride made me cry. That's what it was.
Sacrificed himself.
That's what I'm saying. No, real talk. Me holding in my pride, I teared up.
Yeah.
But obviously,
It's real life. You better have fantasies,
that's a real life situation. That's a real life situation.
Superman, fam.
No, that's a real life situation. Bro, you're crying outside a man's yard, fam.
It's actually mad.
What do you consider a real life situation?
You are practicing ringing doorbells. This is like ego based. This is crazy, But I only cry here because they see themselves as film characters. I'll die for the whole army.
No, it's not that you see yourself as a character.
You don't see yourself as a character. That emotion just triggers the response of tears.
Wait, chill. Bless. Have you seen Boys in the Hood?
Yeah.
When Ricky died, did you shed a tear?
No, but him. What?
This
Wait,
guy.
what?
All right. Question.
Go hit me.
What made you feel that you did not have any empathy for Ricky in that moment?
Because he thought it was bad. That's why the man bun him.
Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky didn't think it was bad.
Ricky! But
Nah, you're...
listen, this is the songs here. I don't say yeah.
This is
Ricky! Boy!
He was
Is
the
it me,
ticket,
yeah?
though.
I'd have been in the car, yeah, bunning him.
He's the
Because
undeserving
if I was
guy,
a gangster,
though.
yeah, I'm not a gangster.
He didn't deserve it.
Huh?
He didn't deserve it, though. He was the guy
He was
in the
moving mad
film.
at the party, though. He was moving mad at the party.
He got barged. You're going to defend yourself. What are you talking about?
Wait, hold on.
Pause, yeah.
Let's go on.
If you get barged, yeah, by a real bad man, yeah, you have to behave yourself. Facts. If a real bad man barged me, yeah, if a real bad man barged me, yeah, I'm like,
That's you, innit? That's
I'm
you.
telling you,
That's
fam, he's with a real bad man. His brother's the real bad man. What are you talking about?
and
But
what
anyway,
happened?
anyway.
Ricky!
Nah,
What happened?
And she's not impressed.
He couldn't behave himself.
Let's hear Alex's point.
Time and place.
I want to hear, yeah, go
Behave
on.
yourself. Talk about
Alex,
Ricky.
finish your point. Sorry, go on.
I'm just trying to think, like, why couldn't you connect with the fact that Ricky had been going through so much, and then for him to actually get the letter to say that he got into what
He's
he's
out
doing,
of the ends, bro.
and then on his
Because
way
Ricky's
home,
a good dude,
for
yeah.
only him to
And
get
Ricky
killed
was having
by
too much fun on
somebody-
liquor.
only for him to get killed by the decisions of somebody else.
The Henny took him. Ricky thought it was bad.
Not at that day.
But that's not a good thing. So what, he should have died for that situation.
But this is the
for
point.
getting barged.
If I was a bad man, a real bad man, was Ninja Man, yeah, I would have bun Ricky in the alleyway as well. Same. Anyway, let's move along.
But this is the thing. So when it comes to men and empathy, right? It's usually this kind of experience.
Yeah.
It's usually.
There you go.
Why was he doing that? In the first place? It's never. Oh man.
No.
I
It's about accountability, though. It's about accountability.
Nah, man. That is a prime
Hold
example
on.
of niggas having emotions and
I
can't
say-
deal with
But
it,
Ricky
bro.
knew, yeah.
Oh, I got
He's
embarrassed.
barging
Let me kill him.
Bad man.
He got barged.
Oh, sorry.
This is a real...
He barged bad people.
He got barged by bad
But
people.
he's in the hood.
He
Okay,
defended
okay,
himself.
you know what?
The
Yeah.
ratio of good to bad is kind of.
In the hood, yeah, you know who's bad. You know who's bad for you. Facts.
No. So that means right now, if bad man came in this building right now...
And
you're
barged
gonna-
me?
You're going to give them your shit.
No. And they barge me.
Yeah.
No.
You're going to listen
Hold
to
on.
what they said because they're bad man.
It's different. If they barge me, I'll allow it.
You're a
Why?
pussy.
Because they're
What?
bad
Yeah,
man.
If they
sure.
try to rob
Yeah,
me,
What
pussy.
the fuck does that mean, cuz?
if they try to rob me, yeah, if they try to rob me, we have a conversation. But it won't be like an aggressive conversation. It'll be like, allow me, bro. You're laughing. That's why Ricky got shot. Because you might think you're bad.
No.
No. I will not kill nobody over my phone.
G.
But people
you
that
shouldn't
would.
be dying over your phone. This is a prime example of big man not
What
being
I'm trying
able
to say is, yeah,
control their emotions, bro.
You gotta be
And this is
sensible.
the thing, fam.
I know my levels in it, so I know. Yeah, I can swing a man. Yeah, we're gonna fight. Yeah, but I will not take man's life over a phone. So if I fight a normal man, yeah, like for example, the snowflake man in our end, yeah, if he barges me, yeah.
But then that means you're going to be the bully because bravery is to be in the face of fear, to experience fear, and to do what you need.
I'm
to
not
do
brave. I'm
anyway.
smart.
If you're saying that, okay, that's fine, but that's the same option. It's the same
Ricky was
option.
brave.
It's the same option that a lion or bully makes. It looks at the
But you
easiest
have to-
option and goes for it.
But when you look at Boys in the Hood, for example, that is a series of several decisions that several men have had to make based on the environment they're in and with the result that ends up.
Exactly.
See, Dogway can G-check man for barging him because he's a bad youth.
Oh my days, fam.
Dogway,
No,
rising
man.
machine. Ricky
No,
plays football.
fam.
He's
But
a
look,
good youth.
cool. So look
Look at Alex.
Look at how Dogway felt in that situation, bro. Even though Dogway...
He busts his gun.
No.
But
wait,
they're gonna bust the machine though there.
Dogway had nothing to do with that situation.
He had nothing
But
to
he
do.
felt mad responsible for that situation.
Touch
because
my little bro,
he
yeah?
felt like he's the one that deserved it.
Hey.
Touch
You
my little
get
bro,
it,
yeah.
fam? That all these situations that is in that thing, yeah, is not as serious as what it is. But we, in growing up in ends, relate to that, bro. The
Ricky
same
was
way
silly,
you
bro.
just said, if a bad man come and barge me, I'm gonna say you love me, fam. No, cuz.
You know, yeah?
No,
If Ricky said the same thing, yeah, he'll be alive. But Ricky!
No.
Pussy. Bow.
He would've stood
You know what's bad about Ricky, yeah? His friends are waste man as well.
Oh my.
Get me out of the car! Get me out of the car! Get me out of the car! You idiot! Don't get in the car in the first place.
It's not Ricky, bro.
That's
They're both the
straight,
same.
fam.
Same apple.
But they're good
Same
news,
apple.
fam.
Same apple, same tree. Same tree, same
No,
apple.
but it's showing you how you could get caught up in that situation yourself right now.
I'll never jump out the car if one of my bedroom will drop. You know what I'm saying? I'll say allow me, but I'll never jump out the car. Anyways, this is
I
so
love that.
crazy.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for
You
bringing
know what I'm
that
saying?
up.
Sorry, I've been drinking
It was a relevant example.
I've been drinking too much rum. I'm moving so crazy right now, yeah. And like, all I'm saying is, yeah, Ricky, R.I.P. Ricky.
Something else, man.
But the man gonna cry about it afterwards, yeah, because they love films, innit? But like, see me, yeah, I'm just asking you, yeah.
You didn't drop the ends. I'm convinced you didn't drop in the ends right now.
Anyway.
I'm convinced. Hot as bar.
Man said, I'd stay in the
He's
car.
from the outskirts, bro. He's from the outskirts.
But
You see them ones?
if you think I'm a good dude, yeah, I'm a good dude. That's facts.
Nah, it's not even
What-
about good use.
It doesn't matter what I agree with, yeah.
Bro. It's like,
You might cry for Ricky and cry over Prime Ryan. I don't. I cry over work stress, real life shit. You might cry
How
about
could
like
you
fictional
cry
stuff.
over what?
It's crazy.
Bro, how
You
can
might have. You man here
Nah, how would
can't
you cry
manage
over what?
your feelings here properly. You man cry over films here because you can't cry in real life.
Alright, cool. Let me ask
No, you know
a
what?
question,
When I cried
Why
in
would
that
you cry
Swingers,
over work?
that was the first time in a while
Quit a job
that
and
I've
get a
cried.
new one.
Huh?
Why don't you just quit your job and get a new one? If it's bringing you that much stress enough to cry over, why would you not just quit your job and
It
get a
was
new
my
one?
first breakdown. I never had that before. I didn't have to deal with it. And I said I didn't understand what was happening to me.
Okay, so what's your views on crying?
I think it's healthy. I'm with it.
So
Like-
how come you
So
only
it's-
wait to make you wait for a breakdown to cry?
Oh.
You know what it is, yeah? I don't cry on cue, innit? You know what I'm saying? I can't just sit there and go,
No, but you can
'Cause you
allow
ain't got
yourself to feel
control.
the emotions.
I think we
I do
have,
feel the emotions.
We have healthier relationships.
No,
with
you don't.
tears.
you man are crazy.
So the way that the empathy itself is triggered by art, right? That's the point. That is.
Tell me what.
Because that's where it comes from. It comes from understanding the experience of the piece that you're looking at. That's where the idea comes from, right? So if you are in, some people can be moved to tears from a painting. Some people
Yes.
can be moved to tears from a film, music, book, whatever. So they are watching the thing and connecting with where they're going from. If you're watching it and you're not connecting with what is happening,
You're disconnected, bro.
I have the empathy.
You ain't got no empathy, bro.
No, is it?
That's something
He said that with pride.
Let's say someone's getting rushed, yeah?
through sessions.
And one naughty you, yeah, gives him a
I got
fatality
this kind of
pose.
rate for black men.
That'll be me. That'll be me.
That's all.
I'll do the madness.
That's all I was saying.
Yeah. What hair? What mad?
No, but there's like
I'm joking, by the way. Never do that.
Yeah, who's got discounted rates for you?
Oh, this kind of rates for
Well,
black
therapy.
men. Coaching sessions.
I did need therapy though.
You do.
Yeah,
need
you
it.
do.
I feel like I'm like
The way Alex said, you do need
No,
it.
you
No, I
do.
was repeating what you said.
no, as in
You do need it, is what you said.
I do need therapy. I
Yeah,
think like
you should give him a package.
I feel like
You need to open up, bro.
it's crazy, yeah. Because,
It's all piling up now.
I'm trying to be honest, yeah.
Fine, James.
I'm trying to be honest, yeah.
Chakra.
I'm trying to be honest, yeah. And like the film man them are like laughing at me, yeah.
nah, don't even
I'm
say
they're
that.
laughing at me, yeah.
Hold on.
It's so crazy, bro. Their tears, yeah, I even roll tears for me. Anyway,
He's a
they're
real.
crying dolls. But bro, I do need therapy because I have things in my life, yeah, which I feel like sometimes yeah, I can't speak to people about. I'm saying like like it's weird because you can talk to your friends all about some certain things, yeah. But you can get a therapist here who's impartial and then like don't want to judge you or never say nothing, yeah. And I feel funny about it because I feel like I'm gonna go to a stranger and air out my like dirty laundry, but how I feel about Ricky getting bun, like
Hold on. Wait, let me ask you a question.
hit me.
Could you cry in front of your man then? Like, let's say right here, right now, if you felt...
I rang a doorbell and I cried.
Yeah.
That's not an answer. Could you cry?
No, could you cry in front of your man? Like, would you...
I rang a doorbell and I cried. In front of my
He's
man.
avoiding.
that-
You see how he's
But
avoiding
that
this?
is not up to you.
Huh?
That wasn't up to you.
Of course I can.
If you felt the
course.
emotions, like, I'm going to cry now.
Yeah.
could you sit down-
Facts. I'll
Okay.
cry all day long.
Okay. And you
Facts.
wouldn't feel a type of way about it? Like,
If you're like my close friends, yeah.
Now, I'm
like-
saying right now, because right here, with this group of man that we are right now, could you cry in this room right now? If you needed
It's a bit weird because obviously I don't know Alice that well. I don't know you that well.
Pride. Too much pride
You
right
man,
there.
John and Pat. I know you well enough, yeah. But we're not like I'm saying.
But there's a time.
So King, yeah.
There's a time.
I'll cry in front of you all day long. And the thing is, yeah, if I felt like I need to cry today, yeah, Mom's life, yeah, I'll cry because I know for a fact, yeah. Forget what it's all about, yeah, because I know for a fact, yeah. This is the thing. This is the thing about Mandem, yeah. When you are with the Mandem, yeah, when you cry and you break down, yeah, everybody relates because everybody's had like a similar experience, yeah, and nobody's just expressed it in public. So like, I will cry here definitely.
No, but see, the difference is, yeah, I don't care who's here. If I feel like crying, I'll cry.
I'll cry my
Real
eyes
talk.
out.
No, for me,
I don't care.
I need to feel safe.
I don't need to. I feel safe. It's just I need to let that out.
So that's the
That's
point.
you- that's
That's the
you.
point. So you have
I rate that.
you already have an internal place of safety. So, and you're
Oh
secure,
yeah, I'm
and you're
safe
secure.
in myself.
Some people actually need to know that there's a time and a place
Yeah.
for what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, so hold tight, them.
It
Hold tight.
happens. It happens.
Okay, so when watching
And
films,
I-
yeah,
and
you
I've
cry,
defi-
yeah.
I've definitely been there. I've been
Facts, but I listen to songs, I can cry.
I've been in
bro.
those- I've been in
I
those
see my
spaces.
youths, bro. I could like, oh no, if
I've been in those spaces where I don't know people very well. Like
Yeah.
back in the day, I would be like, oh, I don't know people very well, so I'm gonna guard myself. At this point, I could do exactly what you said because I've worked enough on myself to know that I am secure.
Yeah,
So wherever I go,
it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter to me. But I'm also keenly aware that there's a time and a place.
Yeah, you don't want to bring everyone's mood
I'm
down.
in control of my emotions.
But to be fair, yeah, you're secure. I'm not fully secure.
That's the point that I'm making.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I rate your thing. You're secure.
Yeah,
in terms of like the emotional side.
He's secure in himself. I'm not.
So you will choose, you'll pick and choose where and when you can share what
Yeah.
things happen. Because you don't want to be vulnerable.
Do you feel that there are certain times where you should pick and choose? When you should?
Because it's not always a safe environment for you.
Yeah.
Some people are in communities or in groups of people who will not rally around them when they're going through that stuff. It will be a point in this. It'll probably make it worse. It'll probably make them feel like they don't want to share that again.
Yeah.
So that's why when you ask, you pick and choose who you talk to and whatnot. You have to be aware of who you're speaking to. Because sometimes some people can't actually hold what you're telling them.
yeah.
That's okay. But you need to be okay first enough to be able to share that.
Well,
You need to be okay that if you give somebody something that you're going through and that you can hold, that they that if they drop it or if they don't necessarily or if they reject it, you're still all right. Because the problem is sometimes a lot of people who aren't that secure or who don't have that sort of understanding of themselves. It's kind of hard for them to share stuff with other people because they're waiting for them to accept them, protect that, do all these different things, all these expectations that come with it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say next.
So
Would you have an expectation of them?
It's a dual process because you're working with people.
Sorry, just interject here. Right now, I feel like Alex is giving us all a therapy lesson that clearly we all need. But we've got 10 minutes left here, and I need you to break down what the book you spoke about, all the books about. Please, like, say what the book's about. Why should you read the book? All the good things about the book here, because we've got 10 minutes left here. People need to read about the book and get the book.
If you've listened to this conversation, the book is basically that.
Is it?
But essentially, I've broken the book down into 6 real man myths. 6 myths that the list was longer, but I had to condense it down to 6. But myths of masculinity that men feel that they should uphold, should kind of live through. And I go through and unpack those myths and say that these myths are rubbish. And it's got different anecdotes in there. So it's got my own personal anecdotes, but with other people's stuff too. What you can do, questions you can ask yourself, and that sort of stuff. So I said, read it if you heard things like "men don't cry," or "I wish you would open up more," or "I wish that you would talk to me about what's good, what you're going on with," or "I wish that," all these other things that are being asked of you. You're going through transitions in life. Men are always going through some sort of transition, whether that be a new job, whether that be an old job, whether that be a new relationship, whether that be a new status in your life in regards to parenting. Whether you're going through, whether you're watching a certain film, and these films are changing your life in ways that are causing you to feel a particular way that you can't express. Or even if you are in the rain and you're ringing your friend's doorbell and then you find yourself going through a particular kind of experience.
No one else can feel it for you.
The book.
That's right. And that's basically right. No one else can feel it for you.
Because that's when you need the book. Because you need to be able to understand what's happening to you.
Can I ask one question, please? Sorry.
Have you ever rapped?
No.
You have a good voice for it, though.
True.
Have you ever tried, though?
Hey, bless, sorry, I've got one question for Alex, bro. What's the biggest myth you wanted to challenge in the book?
Real men.
You said the 6.
Real men don't have any worries. Several things. One of them is real men that have any worries or anxiety about their bodies or their health.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I feel like I'm fat all the time.
Bro,
That was one of the big myths.
losing weight, yeah?
No, thanks, bro.
No, is
I'm not laughing at you.
It's mad, yeah? It's so mad, yeah? I'm actually being serious. I'm like,
I'm not laughing at you, bro.
Like,
I'm laughing at the fact everyone's
the other week, yeah, I was like 80.8 kg on the scales, yeah? The other day, I'm like, now I'm like 83 kg, yeah? I'm like, fuck.
83. I had to trip.
I was 87 kg 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Like, I'm a hefty guy. I'm too short for it. My BMI doesn't allow it.
That's about BMI.
My BMI would tell me that I'm overweight, but clearly.
I'm trying to be honest here. You better laughing at me. I'm trying to tell you.
No, we're not.
That's the way you're dropping it, bro.
Someone's spinning it. He's like spinning it.
Well, I know. You
Laughing at
said,
you.
how do I feel by the weight? I'm honest. Like, bro,
No, bodies. You
I
just
should
said
be like
bodies in
75
general.
kg, yeah? And right now, yeah, it's so difficult to get to 75 kg.
It's because of what you're eating, bro. You
And
eat
your
mad.
habits.
No, but I
And
also
his biceps.
And your genetics.
I also feel what he said in the sense of like when man them care about their health in the sense of man putting in work and overworking and man not just going to work. Like I know one guy, bro, like my manager, bro, man works 7 days a week, bro. 7 days a week.
He's
Every
stressed.
week, construction, bro.
He's
Man
stressed.
is lifting shit.
Is
bro.
he
You know what I mean? I'm like,
Is it Eastern
Yeah.
European?
Pardon? No. Them man are from they're up north, innit?
Or
English
is he like a manager or something?
Yeah. He's
All
up
right,
north,
okay,
innit?
cool, that
No,
makes
but
sense.
he's like I feel like Donny's from outside London. You see, Londoners are bougie, bro.
Yeah.
Donny's from outside London. Is like, yeah, fuck it.
Grafters.
Let's get
Grafters,
stuck in
yeah.
the mud, bro. Do you know what I'm
Grafters,
saying? And he's one of them
Was
because
he like
like
Kent,
man's
Essex?
breaking his back, and I'm thinking, how do you do 7 days? Like,
King.
man has kids,
Kent.
family, bro.
That's
like,
how he does it 7 days a
You know what I'm
week.
saying? How do you man do them things? cuz? And it's like,
That's the thing. Like,
In between sessions.
in that chapter, it's really just talking about body image, physical health, how I injured myself because I was just trying to like be that guy.
What was your injury?
I got bad injuries. I got injury here.
But how?
Because when I was 21, I was living in France and I ran every day.
Oh wow.
And I was like, I've got to run. Because there was no gym and I didn't really like doing the body. I didn't.
You got good frame though. You could do some good bench, you know.
Yeah. But when I was 21, I was just, my height, I was around 85 kilograms.
Exactly. I'm
I was
height
light.
and older than you. Heavier than you, sorry. That's mental.
You're lying.
But I
You're
was,
heavier.
When you were 21, sorry.
Oh, right.
When I was 21, I was light. I was like,
Yeah.
I was just running every day, and then because I was running every day and I wasn't resting, and I wasn't probably running well, I injured my knee. And my knee is just reminds me that I got this injury every time I'm doing a deadlift, and I'm like, or a squat or something. Shoulder hurts because like last year, 2 years ago, I was overloaded because I wanted to be that guy. Because I'm like, my height, I need to do this, and then it's like, well, you're not. Take your time, like you know what I'm saying. So now I'm working through all these injuries, and I'm like, what, 30? What?
Did you man hear about that Nigerian brother that died on the bus, bro?
I'm sorry.
What?
Bro, man worked 7 days a week, bro. 2 jobs, yeah.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
Man used to work like day shift, night shift,
Oh,
day
yeah.
shift, night shift.
That's mad.
It's a nervous
Gee,
laugh.
man, I'm laughing, bro. Yeah? You think, guys, bro, man, listen, bro.
Wait,
Don't
wait,
kill
wait.
yourself for this bread, fam, yeah?
Hold
Go for your family, bro.
on. Hold on.
He was,
Wait, how old is he? How old is he?
Nah, but it was like, older. I can't even remember the whole
He had a whole family. What was his job?
Family, fam.
What was his job?
He had, he was doing a security thing and something else. I can't even remember the whole thing. But I just remember what stuck to me was, man was working so hard. He used to sleep on the bus, bro.
Oh, he was a
Fell
bus
asleep
driver?
on the bus. No,
Oh.
on his bus to the next job, bro.
Oh,
he fell
shit.
asleep on the bus to his next job and died, fam. Man,
This is
don't
what
kill
I'm saying.
yourself for
Capitalism
this
will
thing,
kill
you know,
us
bro.
all.
Bruv, don't kill yourself for this thing, fam. You know what I'm saying, bro? Love your family,
But this is
spend
what-
time with your loved ones, get this bread, work as much as you can. But 7 days is a lot, bro.
7 days is a
Chill,
lot, man.
fam.
This is what I'm saying. Men tend to overwork and give themselves things. Men spend most of their time at work.
Yeah.
Men spend most of their time at work. Men spend most of their time outside of the home. Men spend most of their time doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
If man was just on the bus all the time,
Do you get it? That's deep, fam. And
that's what he's saying.
man can't see.
And I'm laughing
bro.
because it is so.
That's
ludicrous.
some man
It's
shit.
so real. It's so real. But it's so ludicrous at the same time.
That's
Because
like
you really like,
real
where are
man
you?
shit, bro. That's what when they say toxic masculinity, I think of shit like that, bro. Like, I swear down, that's like real toxic, bro. Like, bro, I'm not gonna go yard. I'm just gonna go
Yeah, wrap up.
Yeah, Alex, one thing. So, in terms of you got your book out for the future, what's going on with your plans?
Any new books?
Yeah, so I'm training as a psychotherapist, but I'm coaching at the minute. I'm a mental health coach, so I'm open for sessions. I've been working with several guys recently, which has been interesting, been cool. I don't know when this episode is going to go out, but there's several live events coming up.
Nice.
Black men and mental health and stuff. So yeah,
You've spoken to Kieran Fappa, isn't it?
I have.
Yeah,
I know Kieran.
Like 2 episodes ago.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know
That was the
Kieran.
last episode.
No.
Yeah, I know Kieran, man. Kieran cut short. The book cut short.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thing was last.
Yeah, Kieran's good people, man.
Yeah, he's good people still.
And yeah, like so it's just
Any other books coming off, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
not yet. But
What sort of topics?
I'm doing a lot of men's groups,
Okay.
mental health work, having more of these conversations in the community, making sure that everybody kind of has their space to be able
So,
to get what that is, because we don't want to see more of the example of what you
So,
just
excuse
said.
me. So how do I book a session with you? So you're doing like some kind of like sessions with people.
You can email me, or you can go to my website,
It's a good website. And do you have to pay? How do you get
Well,
into it?
I tend to do a free session, and then we discuss further after the session. But you can just hit me up wherever and just want to book yourself in.
yeah, afterwards, bro. You can do that afterwards, bro. Then get onto it once.
So Alex
No
Holmes.
cap here.
AlexHolmes.co is the website, and then that's where everything is.
There you go.
So yeah.
Alex Holmes, it's been a pleasure, bro.
Thanks for having me.
No worries, no worries.
Thank
We'll
you for
wrap
your
up.
time. Thank you
Definitely
for your
look after
time.
that book. Time to talk. It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna wrap it up.